right, so here's the thing today. We're not just doing something normal, we're doing something wildly extraordinary. I mean, imagine this, we're gonna bring back a piece of gaming history, not by sweating over months of assembly code, not by gathering a whole army of programmers. No, we're gonna do it with just one AI prompt. One. Can you even believe it? It's like everything you thought needed a team and endless hours we're condensing into a single detailed prompt. It's insane, right? Absolutely insane. Back in 1989, Jordan Mechner set his brother against the blank canvas of white. Each movement captured, each frame traced with painstaking care. He wrote thousands of lines of code, line upon line, until Prince of Persia breathed and moved as if alive. It was brilliance forged in solitude, months of his life consumed, every moment a battle of skill and patience. And yet, from that labor, a world emerged, vivid, precise, unforgettable.
All right, folks, here we go. In just 15 minutes, we're gonna do the exact same thing. 15 minutes.
In this tutorial, first we will talk about some important things about prompt composition, and then I will demonstrate the prompt and the game in front of you. This is the Game Design app, presented with simple, plain English instructions. I'll walk you through it quickly, using a hit-and-run style approach due to the limited time available in this video. So in the very first section, you have to provide details like what game you're building and its technical rules. In the second section, you have to list your asset keys and its actual file location. The third section establishes the sequential loading strategy, starting with only cover image 1, then loading everything else in the background. The fourth section specifies root directory structure and case sensitivity rules, etc. The fifth section defines visual timing for your cover images and main menu, etc. The sixth section describes HUD, etc. The seventh section explains input rules such as every keyboard key and touch control to specific player actions, etc. The eighth section defines your world's physical laws. The ninth section integrates everything in the above section. It's the command center. The 10th section demonstrates a bridge between art and interaction. The 11th section lists animation details. It's your casting directory. It also includes your movie script. The 12th section establishes render layer order and state transitions. The 13th section defines the exact sequence of scenes such as the boot scene, main menu, etc. The 14th section assigns specific audio files to specific moments in the game, so it's your soundtrack supervisor. This video, it's not just about speed. It's really about the pain, the frustration when AI just keeps misunderstanding you, misaligning, misnaming, and misfiring over and over. And I had to teach it line by line what a proper game prompt should even look like. It's kind of exhausting. You know, you hope it'll get there faster, but it doesn't. Let us begin at the foundation. A game prompt is not a mere wish. It is a blueprint etched in clarity. You cannot whisper to a genie, "Make me a game like Prince of Persia," and expect miracles. No. You must speak with precision. I told the AI builder, "Deliver a faithful 2D recreation of Prince of Persia, level 1. That specificity, it was my shield, my salvation. Resolution matters. Speak carelessly of 2000 by 1400, and your assets scatter across the screen, giants and dwarfs locked in chaotic struggle. 1920 by 1080, that is a safe, steady canvas, a stage where order reigns. And the framework version? Gamble not. If you do not know, ask for a stable phaser build. I learned the hard way wrong versions dragged me into dependency hell, a labyrinth with no exit. TypeScript errors, oh, they nearly broke me. I had to mark @TS no check for the AI builds games, not compilers. The lesson is carved deep. Tell the AI what matters. And silence. Okay, so here's the thing. When you're building a game, you really got to think about it like a movie, right? Divide your game into scenes. Like boot scene, that's where you load all your assets, get everything ready. Main menu scene, that's your title audio, your interface. It's all about setting the vibe. And play scene, physics, baby, everything that moves, jumps, collides, it's all happening there. I learned the hard way when I mixed responsibilities. Oh man, audio was blasting over cutscenes, inputs were overlapping, total chaos. It was like the game had its own mind and I was just along for the ride. So, the fix? State machine. You gotta define it. Death trumps everything. Yep, nothing else matters when the prince bites it. Jump overrides run, crouch overrides idle. Without this, The prince died midair, and yes, death and jump were happening at the same time. It was wild. But if you don't get your sections right, it's just noise until your hero dies while flying. All right, so here's the thing. Imagine if death and jump happened at the exact same time. I mean, it's going to look super weird. The AI doesn't guess, it doesn't wing it, it just follows orders. So you have to say, scene 1 goes here, scene 2 goes here, step by step. Got it? And hey, you can use any game engine you want. I was messing around with Phaser, right? But just so you know, Phaser isn't exactly a full-on game engine like Unity or Unreal. It's more like this lightweight 2D framework for HTML5 games in browsers. Really cool. But okay, let's not get sidetracked. What's key is disable Phaser's default menu. Otherwise, you'll see all these weird debug overlays instead of your own shiny HUD. Here's a thing, prompts alone won't magically make your assets. Nope, you need separate prompts to actually create things like your character running, fighting, all those sprites. So many sprites. It's tedious, I know, right? Then, here's a super important tip. Preload your assets per scene. Don't just toss them in as objects in your prompt, because otherwise the AI is like, texture not found in cache. And file names, they need to be Pascal case. Like Dungeon 1, not Dungeon 1 capitalization matters, trust me. And overlays, foregrounds, and colliders go on top of your backgrounds. If not, your character's just going to walk through walls, which is not what we want. Boundaries, be numeric, like when X ter 1855, not when near wall, because vague instructions just confuse the poor AI. Case sensitivity is your first boss fight. Load Dungeon 1, not Dungeon 1. The AI isn't a mind reader, it's a librarian. If the capitalization is off, the shelf is empty. Speaking of empty space, check your sprite dimensions. If your frames don't divide evenly, the AI slices them wrong. That's how you end up with index out-of-bounds crashes and a prince who looks like he's glitching through the multiverse. Physics is where the comedy begins. Always spawn your character slightly above the ground. Spawn him exactly at floor level and he'll clip right through the map. Set your gravity between 1200 and 1500. At 500, he's a balloon. At 2,000, every trip is a death sentence. Oh, and make your walls static. I once watched the prince push an entire castle wall across the screen because the AI made the dungeon dynamic. Next, the camera. Give it a 50-pixel dead zone. Without it, the camera shakes every time the prince breathes, giving your viewers motion sickness. And watch your Z-index. Set your background to 0 and your HUD to 100. If you don't, your health bar will literally hide behind the dungeon walls. Story matters, but rhythm is king. Transitions need to fade, not hard cut, and they must be debounced. Without a cooldown timer, the prince might trigger 15 room transitions in a single frame, flickering like a ghost. Finally, the file structure. If you don't tell the AI to modularize, it will dump 5,000 lines of code into one giant file. You'll spend more time scrolling than coding. What's the takeaway? AI isn't magic, it's a student. If you give vague wishes, you get chaos. If you give a precise modular blueprint, you get a masterpiece. In 1989, Prince of Persia took months. In 2026, it took me 15 minutes and a little bit of professor's patience to fix the errors you now know how to avoid. That is the power of prompt engineering. Copy the app data and feed it to the Google build. All right, we've fed the app data into Google Build. Now it's time to sit back and let the magic happen. While it processes, I'm renaming the game to something a little easier to remember. Boom, the build is done. Let's grab that download, unzip the archive, and peek inside. Quick heads up, if you're scratching your head about pre-installs like Node.js or Git, don't panic, the readme file in the folder is your best friend. Node.js will handle the NPM setup and other script wizardry for you, but hey, that's a rabbit hole for another day. If you want a video on that, drop a comment below and I'll make it happen. Sure, there are websites that hand you a ready-made download, but trust me, doing it yourself feels way cooler. Now I've used Node.js to whip up the necessary files, and I'm firing up the server to test what we've built. Drumroll, please. And yes, the game runs like a charm. I'm skipping the menus with a quick escape key tap.
And there it is, smooth, clean, and working perfectly.
In the heart of the print.
That wraps up today's tutorial. If you want to play this game yourself, shout out in the comments and I'll send you the link. Until next time, keep building, keep exploring, and keep having fun.